What's going on, guys? My name's Danny, and today's flavor of the week is on Nunu. Fucking Nunu! I've had the idea for this series for months, and now that I've finally decided to make it, I decided to make it on fucking Nunu. I could have made it on Jace, or Poppy, or Syndra, people who are somehow ruling the meta right now out of nowhere. But no, I make it on Nunu. When is Nunu going to be relevant again? Nunu was pretty good back when the game first started, but over the last few years, Nunu's always kind of just been there. He was picked up every once in a while in the LCS and solo queue, but he was never really great. Now it's almost preseason 7, and Nunu is pick or ban in every single tier. In patch 620, Riot decided to give him a buff. It was more like a change to his queue, but overall it was a buff. Before patch 620, whenever you consumed a monster, you got a different buff depending on which monster you consumed. Now in 620, they changed it to essentially a mini Cho'Gath ult. Every large monster he consumes, Nunu gains 2% max health and 10 out of combat move speed, which stacks up to 5 times. Instead of decaying upon death like Cho'Gath ult, his stacks decay over time and only over time. Every 50 seconds rank 1 and 70 seconds rank 5. He gains 10% max health with his Q, which also stacks with the Cinderhulk 15% bonus health, which also stacks with the Strength of the Ages Keystone Mastery. Nunu gains so much health right now it's not even funny. But the problem with Nunu right now isn't only that he's unkillable, but he also does a shit ton of damage. Yes, Nunu deals a shit ton of damage. I know it's hard to imagine, but you'll believe me when you see it. He rushes a Titanic Hydra, so you do more damage the more health you have, and then gets a fucking Trinity Force for the attack speed and the Phage passive. The Sheen proc is also nice, but you don't really need it. So you end up getting super fucking tanky with all the health you're passively getting, and also with the Triforce and max rank Blood Boil, end up getting almost 1.5 attack speed, while having over 4,000 health only building offensive items. You round out the build with some armor and MR, so you literally never fucking die, and boom, you're overpowered. The only problem with Nunu is that he's not really a carry jungler. Even when you build all this damage, you still need to kind of rely on your solo lanes to not fuck up in order to win. Right now, he's pretty much a better Volibear. Nunu's the kind of champion right now that does everything he can to help his team carry, while also being an annoying prick to the enemy team. Now, Nunu is the objective controlled jungler.
Yeah, I burned her flash, so.
At max rank, his consume deals 1000 true damage to minions and monsters. That's a level 18 smite that you can get as early as level 9. This makes Dragon and Baron or Rift Herald control fairly easy. The skill max is going to be QEW. You're going to want to max your Q for the massive amount of true damage to minions and monsters. Your W is going to stay as kind of like a 1-point wonder throughout the most of the game, because even when the bonus attack speed is really nice, the slow you get from your E is even better. For runes, I run a standard AD jungle page with AD reds and attack speed quints, but going a tanky page isn't terrible either. His masteries are also pretty straightforward, just make sure you're running Strength of the Ages. I prefer 12-0-18, but if you do 0-12-18, that's fine as well. There are two builds you can use, one being heavy damage and the other being super tanky, supporty Nunu. For heavy damage, you get the Titanic Hydra first, then finish your Red Smite Cinderhulk and build the Trinity Force. After this, I prefer building Spirit Visage and Thornmail, but they can be replaced with other armor and MR items. You're not going to need any other flat health items like Warmogs, because you're already going to have more health than you need, so you should focus on getting resistance. For the tanky, supporty Nunu, you should start by getting the Green Smite Cinderhulk. But if you don't think wards are necessary, either of the other smites are viable. Nunu works really well with the Frozen Heart item because of the attack speed slow, from it stacks with the attack speed slow on his Snowball. Spirit Visage is also recommended as it increases the healing you get with your Q. At this point, the build is very flexible, but I recommend items such as Dead Man's Plate and Righteous Glory to really make sure that nobody gets away from you. Thank you all very much for watching. My name is Danny, and I'll see you next week.
Memes and dick are all I want. Memes, money, and dick.